So honestly, by the time you got to number 3 or 4, you will be brilliant if you're not already at the 1/4 inch seam. So I've set mine to 1/4 inch so I know what it is. And then all you do, it's really simple, is you sew together all the way around the edge. Now, because this is such a crisp cotton, you can see I've only just put a few pins in because it actually stays together really well. Oh, got caught up there. When you use sort of lighter weight or more slippery fabrics, they don't stay together very well, but this really does. But take the time beforehand to make sure that you've pressed all your fabrics. If they're nicely pressed and crisp, you will find them easier to sew together. And you know, I'm doing this quite fast because, as you know, I've already, oh, I've just run out of thread on the bottom. I've already stitched 40 of these. So, how annoying. I've just run out of my bobbin thread. I thought I had loads of it.
Okay, well, would you like me to just do a quick recap while we sort that out?
Yeah, it'll only take me 2 minutes. I've just run out of the thread at the bottom.
We'll just sort that out right now. We are talking about the one-day special. It is proving to be a very popular option now. For the benefit of anyone who might have just tuned in, we launched at 6 o'clock this evening our brand new event. It is the Family Favourites event, and it's actually, as events go, it's one of my favourites, because what we do is we showcase all the fabulous family-run boutique companies that have a home here at Hochanda. So it's a lovely opportunity to really embrace all these fantastic companies. But also, during the event, every hour, during the live shows, we're going to be giving away a prize. So just showing you what you could be winning this hour. The Fabbies, which are incredible. So these are fabric weights. They're weights for fabric, I should say. So with the Fabbies, whenever we feature them, they're always extremely popular. One lucky viewer is going to be winning 2 sets of the Fabbies, all courtesy of our Family Favourites event. I mean, fantastic quilting. Rebecca, have you ever used Fabbies?
Yeah, the fabric weights, they're brilliant. They're really good because they hold your dress patterns flat on the fabric, and then you can cut round them with a rotary cutter. Or if you need to hold anything flat, they're very, very heavy.
Okay.
So they're really good for holding things down. It's much better than using washers or something. They are very good quality as well.
Lovely.
Perfect for dressmaking.
Okay, so Rebecca, we're just going to do a quick recap, and then we're going to get back to, let's say, one-day special. So one lucky viewer will be winning those Fabbies at the end of the hour. You just have to make sure you've checked out your basket before within the first 50 minutes of the show. So make sure that all your everything's checked out by 8:50, and then we're going to be announcing the winner. So just have a look at this one-day special. Now, this is what you are getting. You're getting the pattern for this beautiful rainbow quilt designed by Rebecca, and then you have all these fantastic batiks to incorporate into a quilt. The only thing you need to add is your plain colour. So we featured white here. I think you need, it's 2.5 meters to add in your plain colours, but how beautiful do the batiks look as you get that wonderful colour wash coming through, and it's just so vibrant. And we're talking about where you would be displaying this, because I think it would fit into any room around here. Our director has got a young man who I can't believe how old he's getting. So he's 18 at the moment. No, I'm only kidding. He's only 9 months. But he was saying, like, look, for a little one's room, incredible. Or it could be for a guest bedroom, or it could be for your bedroom. Or it could be in the living room, it could be on the sofa, it could be in a conservatory. It is just bright, it's vibrant, it's fresh. A lot of people are going to be looking at this quilt, family members saying, oh, could I have it? I'm telling you that for a fact, because everyone looking at this has fallen in love with the quilt. But when you consider value for money, what you are getting, all these beautiful, and they are, and as we went through them with Rebecca, I'm just going to open up one of the fat quarters. Now look at this. How can you not love that? Now, I've got a question for you as we're looking at this. Can you tell me which is the right way? You can't, right? Because I can't. I'm looking at it now, and they both look as good as each side, and that is a real compliment to the quality of the batiks that you are getting on the show with the one-day special. So the batiks are stunning that you are getting here. Let me just fold that back up. 10 fat quarters, but then being able to introduce the batiks into the quilt, because they look great here, but when you do translate them onto your quilt, that is stunning. And I do have a question for you actually as sewers. How much would you typically be paying for a quilt of this size? and this nature. I mean, I'm just standing in front of it just to give you an idea of scale. Obviously, we have hung it out. $34.89. Now, obviously, and as I did say, you do need to add the block colour, so the white. We've used white here. It can be any colour you wish. But apart from that, you're getting what you need. You're getting all these beautiful batiks there. I think it's stunning. And I would imagine also, Rebecca, we need to add the backing too.
Yeah, you do, but it's a 60-inch square quilt finish, so 1.5 meters. So you can, as I said, you could use some sheeting for that. I use one double sheet, and that did the front and the back.
Okay.
But that's the easiest thing to do. Unless, you know, you've got lots of fabric in your stash, it's a really good opportunity to join together pieces of fabric and create a patchwork back as well.
Oh, now that'd be a bit interesting.
It looks really lovely. I mean, so sometimes when I'm backing my quilts, I either buy a sheet, depending on what I want to do with it. If I'm going to hang it on a wall and no one's going to see the back, then I'll use a sheet. But say I'm going to give it to somebody, they're going to put it on their bed, or something like this quilt, which could be a play mat. Then I would put a print or something more interesting, but quite often I join together because I think it's actually more interesting to create a patchwork back. And you can have them all different shapes and sizes, rectangles, squares, all joined together, and it looks lovely, and it gets rid of some of your fabric, because if you're like me, you've got lots of it.
Or a memory. I know a lot of people like to do memory quilts as well, so what you could do is patchwork of old clothing.
Lots of things. I mean, I collect shirts. I make a lot of things from shirts, and they make beautiful patchwork backs, because men's shirts are always made from really good quality cotton fabric. They're perfect for patchwork quilts.
I could
Never
just imagine
him throw the shirts out. Always keep them.
I could just imagine in a couple of weeks' time, a load of guys going to the wardrobe. I'm sure I had more shirts in here. Was that more?
But they make really good quilts as well, because the cotton is always really good quality.
Does this quilt look like my shirt, my favourite shirt? Okay, so one-day special, $34.89 your price there. You are saving £7. Your name is also going to be added into the drawer if you make your purchase before 8:50. So before 10 to 9, if you do make your purchase, your name goes into a hat, and it could be you, and it really could be you, walking away with 2 sets of the Fabbies, the fabric weights. As I say, we notice when we come off preview, obviously, there is a change in the amount of people watching us. So good opportunity now to take advantage of that and see if you can nab those nab those Fabbies. Nabbies is a whole different product. Okay, so having a look at our fabrics. Now, these are your Fat Quarter batiks. You're getting sets of 5. Just having a look at your green option there. Ooh, oh, I like the green. You know, I'm struggling to pick a fave, but the green just suddenly jumps out at me. But then you find, so you're looking at the green, which is stunning. I mean, this really does showcase why we love batiks. And this is all hand done. Let me just pop that down. Okay, so that's your green option. Then we've got our purple. I mean, look at that. Come on. These are lovely. Each one original, being the hand nature of the batik process. Then we have our summer, which to me, it just looks like a cocktail. And then we have our blues, or aqua, apologies, that's your aqua. So difference between the blue and the aqua, we've just got a couple more designs in that aqua. There we go, and that is your blue narrow as well. Okay, if you do want to double check any of the options, you can always do that on our website and see the pictures. $17.95 your price, saving £2. That $17.95 is per option. So whether it's the green, the purple, the summer, the aqua, or the blue. 043676 your item number. Also got some 7-day savers, proving to be very popular. Now, this is your Aida Fat Quarters. So if you love your cross stitch, this is a great investment. $9.99. Look at the saving that you're getting there. And I know Aida is very, very, very popular when it comes to cross stitching. Not zero at all. It's 354497 your item number. Now we've also got some skeins. Well, I say some skeins. 100 skeins in total. Ridiculous. So £10 and 49 pence is your price, but my goodness, value for money off the charts. What is that, like 10 pence per skein? Incredible value for money. 740666 your item number. And then we've got some swatches for you as well, but you know what, they're not ordinary swatches. We are talking leather and fabric. So you're getting 30 leather and 20 fabric for £12. Now I'm going to put this into context. We have featured the swatches before. they sell out time and time again. Not as a 7-day saver, we've just featured them on shows. So we've got them back in stock. That is incredible value for money. For £12, so what you could do, out of interest, Rebecca, the swatches, could you put any of those onto the projects that you have on the show?
Yes, because the all of those projects use small pieces, small squares, triangles, strips. Yeah, it's a real mix and match. The patterns I've designed to use with the batiks, but you don't have to. It tells you exactly in the instructions what size pieces you need. So any of your fabrics you can use with the patterns.
Perfect. All right. Now we're going to continue our demonstration. So what are we going to do?
Right, well, I've sewn it together all the way round. So now we've got 2 squares sewn together. And we're going to turn this into 4 half square triangles. So what you do is you take your ruler and you place it from diagonal point to diagonal point. If you don't have a rotary cutter and a mat, this is quicker, but you don't have to have one. Just get a normal ruler and draw a line from the top to bottom and then cut along it with scissors. I'm doing with this because I do a lot of patchwork and quilting and this is quicker, but if you don't have that, draw a line in pencil and cut along it. So we're just going to cut from corner to corner to create 2 triangles, and then we're going to turn that round, put them back together so they match. So we've got 2 triangles, and we're going to cut from corner to corner again, and that is going to create 4 triangles. So again, if you don't have a rotary cutter, then just draw it with a ruler and pencil and cut it. So now we've got 4. So what we do is we take them, open them out like this, and now we've got what's known in the quilting business as a half square triangle.
Lovely.
You then press the fabric, the seam, to one side, but press it towards the darker side. The reason for that is if you press it the other way, then it might show through, you might see it. So always press it towards the darker fabric. Obviously in this case, because I've used white as my background, you press it towards the batik, but just press it like that. Don't use steam, because you've cut this fabric on the bias, which is the diagonal part of the fabric. When fabric's cut diagonally, it has a lot of stretch and a lot of movement in it. So at this stage, until your quilt is finished and all sewn together, don't use steam, just use a hot iron. Press them open. Now, you've just got to cut them to size. And the beauty of cutting these to exactly the right size is that if you've gone off slightly with your seam allowance, or if you haven't cut them exactly right or something, you've got room now to cut them perfectly, because they have to be 5.5 inches square. And the reason for that is that when each square is finished and assembled and put together in the quilt, they'll be 5 inches square, so you need the extra 1/4 of an inch either side for your seam allowance. So you can now, even if you've gone wrong slightly, you can now make it perfect. So
beautiful.
Cut them. If you've got a ruler, put the 45-degree angle on the seam. That just means that this will run straight down it. And then trim it on one side, turn it round, and then cut it. Put your ruler with the 5.5 inch mark and cut it the other side. If you don't have the rotary cutter and the ruler, you can just draw it with a ruler and a pencil and cut it with a pair of scissors. It's just a lot quicker. And probably if this is your first quilt and you want to go forward and do more patchwork, I would advise getting yourself a rotary cutter and a ruler and a mat. I've had my cutter and mat, my ruler and my mat, probably about 20 years, and I've never replaced them. I replace the blades on my rotary cutter all the time because I often cut through pins, but they will last for a long time. Wow. Then you just cut it the other way.
Okay. And you can find all the rulers, rotary cutters, you can find all of that on our website. So just go to either hochanda.com or use the Hochanda app.
But I mean, if you don't have them, you can do it without. This is just, it's just one of those things. It's like just having the right tools. It's just quicker and easier. So you do that with all of those, and then you end up with this. You've now got 4 half square triangles. So from each of the batik squares, you will have 16, because remember you're going to cut 4 squares, and 4 squares makes 4 half square triangles. And then that's ready then to put into your quilt. The way that I've designed the quilt is there are 160. When you've done all of them and you've sewn all 40 pairs together, you will have 160 half square triangles. I've designed my quilt so, because I wanted a square one, it uses 144 squares because it's 12 rows across and 12 rows down. You can change that because there are 160. You could have 10 rows across, 16 down. You could turn it into a bed runner and just have 4 squares across and make it a lot longer. There's all sorts of things you can do, but if you do it the way that I've done it, you will have 16 squares left over. The reason I did it like that was A, I wanted a square quilt. B, I thought actually it's really nice, you know, if you've made a quilt for the bed or something, it'd be really nice to make a matching cushion. So I had 16 left over. You could make it into a bag. If you were given this quilt as a gift, say if it was a baby quilt, it'd be lovely to give to someone you know is having a new baby or got a toddler, and you could make a bag to put it in, but a cushion is lovely, and it will make a 20-inch cushion, which is quite a substantial cushion. It's ½ a metre. So the next thing you need to do, now you've got all of your squares, is you need to lay them all out and decide what order you want them in. On the front cover of the instructions, there is quite a clear photo of the quilt. So you could copy this exactly, or just do what I did, shut the dog out into the kitchen. I've got a new puppy and I thought she'd just run all over it. And lay them all out in the order that you want, or copy this. If you're going to make a cushion as well, I would suggest, and you want it to be rainbow, take out the 16 that you need so that you get a mixture of them. Otherwise you'll end up putting all of one colour in there and not having them in here. But just play around with it. But remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. My quilt isn't perfect lines of colour. I've blended them. So it starts with red at the edges, and then it goes through to the pink that's mixed a bit with the orange. And in the row with the yellow, there's a little bit of green. The way that I designed it, because the batiks are very tonal and they mix colours, so this purpley colour has got blues in as well, then it's quite nice in the rows to mix adjacent colours next to each other. But, you know, that's up to you. You can have a play around with it. And then what I did is took a photo with it on my phone so I didn't forget. And then once I'd laid them all out, so I'll just show you with these 16, you lay them out like this. So 1, 2, I've only got 4 by 4. And then you have to sew them together. So once you've laid them out, I'll just do 2 rows. Lay them in order. So I started at that side and I put that one on top of that one, on top of that one, on top of that one, and then I pinned a piece of paper that said 1, and then with row 2 I put that one on top of that one, top of that one, and that one, and then had a piece of paper and said 2, and then you know that which order to do them in. And
are we trying to stay in colour families here, or?
Well, what I did was I started with red in opposite corners, right, and I moved through to pink, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. So I did it in rainbow order, right, because although you've got 10 colours and there are 7 colours in the rainbow, the extra ones, you've got a pink, so that's between the red and the orange. You've got light blue and dark blue, so I chose light blue as the blue, dark blue as the indigo, and then you've got this lovely pinky colour and there's a mauve. So you could just mix them up. It could just be all colours. I just wanted mine to sort of tonally blend together, but you know, the choice is yours.
It's very effective. It really is appealing to the eye.
So you can choose. Yeah. So once you've done that, you then sew each of the half square triangles together in a row. And to do that, you take the first 2. The way that I've organised them so that it looks even is I've put the batik triangle in the top left and then the white triangle in the bottom right. And then you just take 2 and you place them right sides together and pin.
Nice.
And then you sew them together using a 1/4 inch seam allowance. And then you open it out and there's that one. And then you join the next one. And if you've piled them up, like I said to you, or every now and then check if you've taken a photo, and then you sew that one. It's really, really simple.
Just to let you know, as Rebecca's doing this, you've got 10 minutes left to check out your baskets. If you do that, your name will go into the hat, and it could be you walking away with the Fabbies. The giveaway for this hour, 2 sets of Fabbies fabric weights, all courtesy of our Family Favourites event.
So once you've sewn together each of the rows, and if you do it in the same as mine, you'll have 12 of these half square triangles in each row. So now you've sewn all the rows together. If you labelled them, I just have a sort of scrap piece of paper, put number 1 and pin it on. Keep those numbers on there. You'll see in my instructions, because in the instructions I've taken, you haven't got to remember this, I've taken photos of all the stages that I've done. So I've got the sewing the 2 squares together, cutting them apart, pressing them. And then on the next page, you can see from here, this is where I laid them all out. This is joining the first row together. You can see I've kept the numbers on there so that I've remembered, because if you've spent time getting them in the order that you want them, they need to stay in that order. Once you've done all of your rows, simply sew the rows together, one below the other, after the other, after the other, and then you've got your quilt finished.
And it really is that simple.
It is that simple, yeah.
Incredible. Got to ask you a very important question, Rebecca. What puppy did you get? I think you've told me this before.
I've got a Cocker Spaniel.
A little... And what's the puppy's name?
Luna. Luna. She's
name.
red. She's a little girl, and well, they call it golden, but she's red. Little red.
Is Luna a good girl, or has she been a little bit
she's
mischievous?
so naughty. She's so naughty. She chewed through my sewing machine foot cable last week.
Luna. Naughty girl. Oh, but bless her.
Luckily, the sewing machine shop had just reopened.
So you were able to get another
So
one?
I was able to get another one. So that's quite
her.
disappointing, isn't it? But she's so lovely.
The thing is, look, puppy's going to do
That's what they do, isn't it?
She's going to give you years and years of love and affection.
I know. I do love her.
Okay, now something else that's going to give you a lot of joy throughout your life is this fantastic quilt. You could be making it all courtesy of the one-day special. So the actual design, it's been designed by Rebecca. You can see... I always love working with Rebecca because the knowledge just pours off her when she was talking about, because we're cutting, leaving in the stitching, especially if you're pressing, don't use your steam because on the bias it will make it stretch. All of these questions you obviously listening to throughout demonstrations, and it's being showcased by Rebecca, her knowledge, but ultimately just as a visual feast, having a look at the quilt. It looks stunning. It is a very, very nice quilt. For me, colours. Colours just to instantly engage us. And you can see this quilt in any room. So it could be in a guest bedroom, it could be in your bedroom, it could be in a living room, a conservatory. It just lifts and brightens any space. So what you're getting with the one-day special, 10 fat quarters. We're having a look at them here. Now, these aren't ordinary fat quarters. They are the most beautiful hand-printed batiks. So it's a hand-dyed salt batik that you're seeing here. Stunning, the depth that you get from a batik, the different designs that we're getting in there. I mean, look at that. So as we come through, I mean, the name suggests the fact that we're getting so many colours to incorporate in. Beautiful greens, vibrant yellows, deep, rich reds, beautiful, beautiful blue. Look at that. Come on. That is stunning. And you're getting that with all of those. I love pink. Pink's one of my favourite colours. And then you've got, look at this one, sort of purpley blue. So all of those, 10 fat quarters, and you're getting the pattern. And the beauty is as well, you've got that knowledge, because once you've made this and hopefully enjoyed it, you've learned that process, you've still got the patterns. Rebecca said it herself, actually, as a sewer, there's a good chance that you've got a sizable stash already. So if you've seen some fabrics that you loved, maybe they're on at a special price, you've bought them, but you haven't used them. So how about then, once you've made your rainbow quilt, you could maybe go for an effect monochromatic. So just one design, breaking it down if you wanted. So greys, black tones, you've got scope. Think what you've got in your stash. But it is the perfect combination of adding another skill set into your arsenal as a sewer, but then getting to enjoy all of these beautiful, beautiful batiks. At 995169, your item number. There is still 6 minutes remaining. If you do buy the one-day special for $34.89, your name will also go into the hat. Somebody in the next 6 minutes, we are going to announce a winner, and somebody is going to be walking away with 2 sets of the Fabbies, which are a bestseller, really, here at Hochanda. Always popular every time we bring the Fabbies. So if you are a soft crafter, Or, do you know what? Even if you just wanted to give it to a friend, whoever wins the Fabbies is going to be over the moon. Okay, I think we're going to head back to Rebecca now for last little demo.
Yeah, I just wanted to give you one little tip, because we're using lots of different colours here, and a lot of people say to me, when you're sewing with lots of different colours, what thread should I use? Well, I know we're all using the white, but it's a really tricky one, and I normally will use a sort of a cream or a light grey, but I discovered this fab colour the other day, and I bought myself 10 reels of it. It's a really, really pale mauve. It's almost a grey mauve. You can get this colour in all different sorts of thread, but if you're ever sewing with something where you don't know what colour, it's not definitely a white, or you want something that blends in, choose a grey mauve. I just discovered it by accident the other day because I had it in my stash. So if you're stitching a rainbow quilt, that's the perfect colour.
Okay, lovely.
So, top tip, because I discovered it the other day, and then as soon as I discovered it, I bought myself 10 reels. When you're cutting out all the fabric, the first thing you do is you cut out the strips of the binding. So from each of the fat quarters, you cut 2 strips that you're going to use for the binding. You put them to one side, then you cut out your 9-inch squares to make your half square triangles, and then you assemble the quilt just like we've talked through. But I just wanted to run through quickly what you do with the binding. So you will have lots of strips of fabric like this, and you've got to join them all together into one long length. Now, don't join them straight, because you will have a lot of bulk in the seam, and this binding is going to be folded around your quilt. So to reduce that, place them right sides together at right angles, like this. So can you see? You've got one going one way and one going the other way. Now what I'm going to do is sew from this top corner down to the bottom corner. You just need to pin them together. You don't need to draw that line on, because the strip is only just over 1 inch wide. So you're going to sew from here to here. So let me just do that, and then you can see what the seam looks like. Ooh, my foot's over there. Again, if you're not a really experienced sewer, you're a bit concerned about that, getting it straight, just draw the line with a pencil or a heat erasable pen. Now, what you do is take your scissors and trim this seam just to like 1/4 inch outside, and then open it up. Then if you press that seam, I'll just do that quickly so you can see what it looks like. You can press it open or to one side, it doesn't really matter, because we've trimmed it down quite a lot. And now you've got a nice diagonal join, and the reason for that is that we're going to fold this round the edge. It means that you've got a little bit of the seam here and a little bit of seam there, and not all in one place, so that when this binding is running round your quilt, you haven't got all the bulk in one place. Also, I think it's quite attractive. I think it's quite nice that when you're joining different colours, the diagonal bit looks nicer than a straight. So what I did with mine is I joined mine all together into one really long length, but I joined them in rainbow order. You don't have to do that, but it just looks quite nice around the edge of the quilt. You'll have to show them in a minute, Janice, if you can show a close-up on the quilt of what it looks like. But join it into one really, really long length, and then you're ready to bind.
We're just having a look at the quilt here, the technique that Rebecca just sharing with you. And you're absolutely right, Rebecca, seeing the diagonal, it is more appealing to the eye. That's nice.
So you could, I mean, quite often when you bind a quilt, you bind it in just one colour. And even if you were doing one colour, always join them on the diagonal. But for me, because it was a rainbow quilt, it's more fun. And when I worked it all out, I worked, oh, that's really good, because it's annoying sometimes. I know you've got to get the white fabric and the background fabric, but the binding is very important. It's like the picture frame. So your quilt is your picture, the binding is the frame. And it's quite annoying if you can't get colour to match. But with this, there is just enough in that batik to bind the whole quilt. And
Rebecca,
actually,
can I just pause you there just 1 minute? Sorry, just let everyone know, because we've got a lot in baskets at the moment, and if you check out in the next 2 minutes, and it has to be in the next 2 minutes, then your name will go into a hat and you will be winning. Are we able to show the picture of the Fabbies? So we will be showing, you will be announcing the winner, and this is what you're winning. 2 sets of the Fabbies. So somebody will be getting this as a prize of our Family Favourites event, but you've got about a minute left. So please, if you have got it in your basket, you want to go for the one-day special, you might as well get your name into the hat and be in line to win those Fabbies as well. So I just wanted to let you know. Sorry, Rebecca.
That's okay. So I was just going to show you quickly the best way to bind your quilt is because obviously it's got square corners. So I've just done a small piece here. This is one of the batiks from the blue range. Look how lovely that is. It's almost like ink and water. So, sorry to say that. When you are binding your quilt, pretend this is a massive quilt. I'm just showing you a little bit. Start in the centre of one edge. And put a pin there and leave about 3 inches the other side of where you're going to, you are going to come back to. And then just pin it together along the edge. So I've pinned this right sides facing. So this is the front of your quilt. This is your binding, and they're right sides together. So this is where, when you come all the way around, you're going to join. So just put a pin there, but don't start stitching here. Start a little bit along. So because you're going to join the strips together, when you get to the end, you need a little bit of room to do that. So put a pin where you want to join them, and then start a bit further on. Now, put this under your sewing machine and sew it from where you're going to start all the way to the end, but stop stitching 1/4 inch before you get to the end. Now, if you want, you can measure this with a ruler. I'm using a heat erasable pen here, but you can use a pencil. I'm not hiding what I'm doing, it's just the lights that shine on my tape measure, on my ruler. It looks like I'm hiding.
You're not letting us copy.
Yeah, don't copy me. So there I've marked 1/4 inch from the end.
Okay.
And then where the corner is, I'm going to draw a line between the two. So it's worth doing that at that stage.
Good tip.
Can you see that?
Yeah, we can see that.
Yeah? Okay, I'm just going to move that pin. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to sew from here with a 1/4 inch seam allowance down to here, and then I'm going to sew along that little line. So I'll do that because I've got white thread. You'll be able to see it quite well. Oh, why is my foot all over there? So stop with the needle down, move your foot, and then sew across that diagonal.
Yeah.
So this is mitering a corner.
Okay.
When it says in the instructions, mitre your corner.
Yeah.
Now, so you've got that line and you've got that diagonal. Fold your binding up. You can just finger press this. I always put a pin in here just to hold it neatly. You're not going to sew there, so it won't matter. And then fold it back down again. You can just
That is a beautiful corner. Look at that.
I mean, you can press that if you want.
Yeah.
And then what you do is you sew from the top all the way down to here, and doing the same mitre thing again, where you stop and you sew the diagonal. But I'm just going to, because I'm aware we probably haven't got a lot of time.
Okay. You've got about a minute.
Right, so I'm not going to sew the whole of this. So I just want to show you how the corner works. Oh, it's not sounding very healthy, is it? Okay, so let me just show you how that's worked now. And obviously you do that all the way round. When you then open up this corner, you can see that, and you press it under, you've now got a really nice mitered edge.
That is stunning.
And it's just a little thing, because the binding is only 1/4 inch wide. It's not really big, but just that small technique of folding it up and back, you then get that really nice mitered finish. When you turn it over to the other side, you will turn this under, and you can sew that down by hand or machine, but it means that on the other side as well, you'll also get the mitered corner.
Time has beaten us, I'm afraid. I'm so sorry.
Well, that's
Rebecca.
fine. That's all I wanted to show you was the mitered corner.
Rebecca, can I say thank you so much? You really have shown us so much today, so thank you. You're going to be back tomorrow, live at 8, 12 and 4?
Yes, and tomorrow I'm going to show you how you join the ends together.
Great. Thank you so much, Rebecca.
Okay.
I've got to announce the winner, so I can tell you the winner for our Fabbies. Well done to Valerie Casey. Valerie, congratulations. So you have won the Fabbies, and I told you someone would be winning them. If you did miss out on our Family Favourites prize draw this hour, every hour while we're running our Family Favourites event, you will get the opportunity to win a prize, and we're even doing it in our happy hour coming up. By the way, if you love wool, stick around. Rebecca, thank you so much. Great job, you. And thank you for keeping us company. Right, we've got plenty more here at Hochanda. A happy hour just around the corner, which means if you love a bargain, don't go anywhere. Wonderful wool happy hour. What? Whole hour? Wool? Low prices? Don't miss it. Then we got a repeat of our one-day special, and after that, Sentimentally Yours.
Hi, I'm Jenny Mays from Hobby Art. Hobby Art's a family-run company, and we've been designing and manufacturing stamps for over 28 years now. We have an extensive range of clear and rubber stamps, and we're proud that they're all manufactured in Britain. Whatever your style, there's always something that will interest you with Hobby Art stamps. Crafting is my passion, and I love teaching. I love sharing my ideas with other people. This is why I enjoy being part of the Hochanda family, because I have the time to share my ideas, maybe open a door for somebody and give them the confidence to start stamping. So make sure you join me, Jenny Mays, on Hochanda.
Hi, I'm Barbara Gray from Clarity Stamp here in the UK. Teamwork makes the dream work, and at Clarity we are designers and manufacturers of, dare I say, beautiful, top quality and award-winning craft products. We are home to the very first, the original transparent art stamp. We hand make them here in Kent, and our talented illustrators are always coming up with new original concepts and wonderful artwork. In addition, we design and manufacture top quality stencils and masks. In fact, we also make precision cut reusable masks for our stamps. Since January 2017, we are also the new owners of Pergamano International, bringing together a wonderful blend of old and new parchment art. We are so fortunate to be able to showcase our newest and best products here on Hochanda, and to be able to demonstrate our art ideas to you, our Hochanda friends. So if you would like to learn more about Clarity stamping, stencil work, parchment art, both groovy and traditional, please join us, myself and the Clarity team, here on Hochanda for ideas and inspiration.
Hi, I'm Lou from Studio Light. Studio Light has been around for about 40 years now. They're based in the Netherlands. It's a family-run business with a great heritage. The products that Studio Light bring us are very diverse, fantastic dyes, great papers, but all round on trend. Over the 40 years Studio Light have evolved. They listen to me, the demonstrator, and you, the customers, and really take our ideas on board. On the Hochanda shows, we'll share with you the diverse techniques and products will inspire you to produce your own individual pieces of artwork. So make sure you don't miss the Studio Light shows on Hochanda.
Hello, my name's Catherine Sturrock, and I bring to Hochanda my company Character Crafts. Character Crafts brings to you our laser cut designs. Each design is designed by myself. We cut them on the laser machines here in Doncaster and bring the products to you at home. Character Crafts is suitable for all ages and all abilities, so I hope that I can inspire you and help you along with your crafting. Our like to show you how to use different paint techniques and different techniques to bring the characters alive, and use various mediums to decorate, and I also use air dry clay for decorating with the flowers. So make sure you look out for the character craft shows on Hochanda. I hope to see you soon.
Well, hello everybody, a warm welcome. So we have a happy hour for you. Now, with happy hour, it means all the prices you're going to see on the show will only be around for this hour. So for instance, that £17 saving is amazing. But at the end of the hour, the price will revert back to $33.90. So I have a question for you. What would you rather pay? $16.90 or $33.90? It's an easy question to answer. Also, we are running our event Family Favourites. We're not going to stop giving away, though, just because it's a happy hour. You still get a winner prize. Should we have a look what we could win this hour? We have got, ooh, it's a goodie for you, yarn balls. Look at all of those beautiful browns and oranges, and you're getting a lot. What's that, 12 yarn balls? Somebody will be winning those 12 yarn balls, and it could be you. How to enter? It's so simple. If you make any purchase on the show this hour, first and foremost, if you make any purchase on the show this hour, you're going to have a massive smile on your face because you've got some bragging rights. You get to tell all your friends, I saved £17, and they are all genuine savings. We can never lie about that. But then your name goes into a hat, and it could be you at the end of the hour walking away with the 12 yarn balls as well as a gift. It's all because of our Family Favourites event. Got to point out, though, you need to check out your baskets within the first 15 minutes of the show. So by 10 to 10, if you haven't checked out your basket, your name will not go in a hat and you will have missed your opportunity. So you have been warned. Should we have a look at our first offering? Now, 4 different colour options. You're also getting the pattern for these socks. Just showing you here. So we are getting our pattern for the socks. Let me just open this up. That didn't show much. Okay, but you are getting your pattern for the socks, which is it's a pattern here. Okay, I'll close it. That's a sock pattern. Wait, I need to see this. Oh, it is there. Sorry, it was all there. It's just written. So sometimes we have, there's no picture instructions. I was worried that you weren't getting a pattern. So that's the pattern. Then you're getting 2 balls of yarn. You just choose the colours you want. So you're getting 2 of the same colour. Not why I went like this. You're getting 2 of the same colour. So should we go through the colour options for you? So this first one, oh, it's Wilderness. Now I have to say, it's so soft to make that wonderful Rialto luxury sock. So you're getting 2 of each. We're just showing you the colour options. That's one option. So that's your Wilderness. Next on, love this, Woodstock, which coincidentally I watched a documentary about Woodstock. Very interesting. So there we go. That's your Woodstock in there. Then we've got our Ultra. Oh, that's nice. And then finally, we've got our Montreux. Now, with regard to ratios, they are 100 grams. So you're getting 2 balls, so you're getting 200 grams in total. 75% wool, just checking this, and 25% polyamide. Polyamide? I'm going to go with it. So those are your ratios. Beautifully, I mean, beautifully soft. $16.90 is your price. You're getting the pattern. I mean, you just imagine wrapping your Tootsies in that. And we're also getting, oh, sorry, no, you're not getting, recommended needles are 2 1/4 to 3 mil for those. I mean, they look good. They will feel amazing as well. I wonder what size they will make them. Does it say what size it will make? Oh, it does. So sizes to fit, shoe sizes 2 to 4. Actually, it goes up to 5 to 11. So there we go. You have got, it says the sizes as well, so you've got all your sizes, which is important. It's funny, I was talking to Katie, our producer, and how tall are you, Katie? So she's 5'3", and she was saying she's very proud of this. So when I say this, I need to stress I am not in any way, shape or form mocking, but 5'3", and she has got size 8 feet. But, is it 7 or 8? It's 7. Okay, but look, nothing wrong with that, because you're a horse rider, you're a little bit of a hobbit. Okay, so there we go. 891-104, your item number there. We're going to move on. Oh, by the way, now, it's just me this hour, and I can only apologise for that. So we're not going to be showing you any demonstrations. We're going to try and make up for it with the prices. But tell you what we are going to do is have a little bit of a chat with you. I've got a question for you, because we're at home, nobody is travelling anywhere. Shall we just, if all we need is that music, you know when they do a flashback, ooh, we want to flash back to when we could get out and about. I would love to see your pictures. Where is the most exotic location you've ever been on holiday? Can you send us pictures of destinations? Should we travel around the world? Now, it doesn't have to be abroad. Maybe you've gone somewhere in the UK and you absolutely love it. You might have a caravan somewhere, or you've just gone for a day trip. That is absolutely fine as well. If you have gone somewhere exotic, though, we are going on our travels. It could be in the UK, it could be international, wherever it would be. Send us your best holiday snaps. If it is a funny picture as well, you get bonus points. There are no prizes, but we always love a funny picture. So, and please, I know sometimes we offer pictures and people are like, oh, they're worried about sending. Please don't be worried. We are all friends here, and genuinely, we want this to be a fun hour. So we are going to have some fun. We've got some great deals. We want to see your holiday pictures. Where have you been? Get onto, we always post on social media. Have a look on your social media, take a screenshot, email it to us, studio@hochanda.com. We're going on our travels. Right, speaking of traveling, let's have a look here. Now this is our silk yarn. So choosing our colour, the top one's called Tyrrell, and the bottom is fruit salad. I love it. So, so we got options. It's either Tyrrell or the fruit salad. Look at the saving, £23. Are you kidding? And it is 100% silk. Whatever you make from this, please hand wash. And it's a shame because I would normally, if everything was normal, I would get floor manager Jack in to stroke it and just see how soft it is. But you, yeah, that didn't sound right. But just saying here, it is, because with the wool, you have to see it's the tactile nature. That I say wool, sorry, it's silk. It is 100% silk. So there's our Tyrrell, beautiful variegated colours coming through, £16.83. And then we've got our fruit salad. Going in, and I love the fruit salad. So you've got wonderful pinks, oranges going through. I'm torn. I think if I add a push, I would like to just say that pink being one of my favourite colours, but I think I'd go for the Tyrrell. I just love the green with the pop of colour. But that's just me. You go for whichever option you love. £16.83 is your price, and you are getting 4. And we are busy for these. But it's a genuine saving. We can't lie about this. Go online. See how much you would normally pay for 100% silk. 50-gram balls. I mean, that is ridiculous value. £23 saving. And we are very busy for this. And can I just say, everybody who's made a purchase right now on this option, you've saved yourself £23, but you could also be winning the 12 balls of yarn as well, as courtesy of our Family Favourites event. So I'm going to keep my fingers crossed for you. Shall we move on? We've got more. Now, lots of colour options. As we're doing this, please, and I really want this to be an hour where we do get a lot of interaction, because it's 9 o'clock and I want it to be fun, and I know we've got some fantastic wool and yarn for you, but that's the main feature of today. So we do want to go on our travels. Where have you been on your travels? It could be from 10 years ago, 20, it could be last year, it doesn't matter. Whatever destination, if you've got a picture of a beautiful beach, or you could be maybe by the pool, or you could have been on safari, you could have been on a cruise, you could have gone to a beautiful caravan park. Wherever it might be, we would love to see pictures of you on your travels. You don't have to be in the picture. If you're shy and don't want to show your face, it could just be a snapshot of a beautiful vista and location. But get your pictures in on your travels, studio@hochanda.com. Okay, let's have a look here. So we're going to go through the options. Now, you're getting 3 yarn balls. They are 75% wool, 25% acrylic. Now, that's good, because having that little bit of acrylic means that you can wash them as well. So these are your Odin, beautiful Debbie Bliss yarn. Now, this is your berry colour for £10.85. Can we just pause for a moment? So I went, this was last year, this was before lockdown, I went to a local, no, it wasn't even local, it was a well-known, well, local to me, well-known craft shop. So I went in with my wife. I was wondering if anyone would stop me and say, "Are you from Hochanda?" No one did. And very disappointed. But the point is, I wanted to go in and I just wanted to see how much yarn was being sold for. So typically, if it was 100% acrylic, it was around about the £3 mark. The minute you started getting a wool blend, then all of a sudden the price was going up to £4, £4.50, going in to £5. This is £3.60 per ball. £3.60, 75% wool. Now, I want to point that out because the yarn I was seeing, it was like a 20% wool or 25% wool. 75% wool content and that 25% polyacrylic. Okay, so that's your berry option. Ah, chartreuse. Let's have a look here. This is very nice. Do you know what I like about this? It's like a soft mustard yellow. That is a really, really nice colour. And I'm looking at the monitors, so I'm becoming a bit of a viewer myself and seeing. And that is a good, chunky yarn. So I don't know if I can technically call it a chunky yarn, but it is thick. You can see it now. So if you were to knit with this, whatever you're knitting would knit quite quickly. My wife over the winter, during the summer months, she's not done much knitting, but over the winter, she was knitting loads of stuff. I think she knit scarves and loads. Okay, having a look here, we've got our red. Going through this is very nice. That is a beautiful, bright, punchy red. And also, can we just draw attention to the fact this is Debbie Bliss, so it is a brand you know and love. It's an Odin yarn going through, and you have got all on each of the yarn balls the important bits of information, so the tension guide, the needles you'd be using with this, so 10mm needles, all of the information is on the packaging. So there we go, that's your red. Next we have our denim blue. Ooh. All right, now that is a very nice cut. I like the blue, the denim blue, I like that. That's going on my list. I think if I had to pick, I love that. So there's your denim blue. Next, great name, Teddy. It's a nice, warm, natural colour. And funny enough, Katie, I totally agree with you. My producer was saying what was going on in my mind. How well do these two complement each other? So you will find the colour matches within this, and there's lots of choices to choose from. So there we go. That's very nice. Beautiful Teddy. Then we have our teal. I like the teal. Yeah, that's nice. It's a nice, elegant teal. Beautiful. Then we've got our black for you. So we're showing the beauty of black. Sometimes you want to play colours. So if you just want to use a little bit of black, and then it allows other colours to really pop. So I think black sometimes, as a whole, a little bit scary. But then I say that, what about like a Capulet? So lovely Paola, she loves to wear Capulets, and I know that Brig and Dave have knitted a few of those for her. So I think a black Capulet would look really nice. Coming down here, this is a lovely, rich claret. Yeah, look at that. I like the claret. That's another one that's jumped out at me. Then we've got a coral, which is a lovely sort of pumpkin peach coral. Very nice. Back to the blue family. This is our powdered blue. We're going to show you that. Beautiful. So there's our powdered blue. So start thinking about projects that you might have in mind. Do you have any patterns that maybe you have knitted in the past and you're just waiting for the right opportunity? Stock up. Because, okay, I get it. It's really hot at the moment. You might not necessarily be looking to knit right now, but there will be a point where you start knitting. What would you rather pay? £10.85 or £23.85? You're saving £13. I need to stress there's certain things as a knitter you're looking for with your wool. The fact that we have got that blend. So you have got a little bit of acrylic in there, which gives it that washable factor, but 75% wool is incredible, and you're getting 3 of these. So when you consider each one is I'm right in saying 100 grams, that's 300 grams of your Odin yarn for £10.85. It doesn't matter whatever colour you go for. They are options. And for £10.85, your name goes into a hat. You could be getting your 3 Odin yarns and also winning 12 yarns as courtesy of our Family Favourites event. Just saying. Okay, now next we've got sage. Oh, I like that sage. You know what? It's a beautiful olive sage. Yeah, that's another one that I like. Next is cream, and that's just a staple. So how about, if you wanted to keep life very, very simple, what about just using the white, or the cream I should say, with the black? Nice contrast to it. Don't have to. Then we got our blush, which you can totally see that being used. I think blush, that would be a popular option. Like that a lot. Then we have our lilac. So, okay. How about this for an idea? Last option is grey. So you are getting 3 of these Odin yarns per option. So we stop and pause and think about this. We had a show a while ago, and I actually bought it for my wife. And I apologise, I've talked about my wife a lot this hour, but it's only because she loves knitting. And we had this beautiful shawl, and it was brought to us by it was the Leeds shop, Wool Shop Leeds. The Wool Shop Leeds brought us to it, and it was this Celtic knot shawl. She loved it, so she made it, and look, it was an investment. It took a long time to do, but she really did enjoy it. She's got that pattern at home now. So how about finding some colours, and like the One Day Special, if you're watching the One Day Special last hour, and we've got that beautiful rainbow quilt, what about variegating the colours, creating that ombre, so you could have, say, a few colours, putting them together, and because you've got so much choice, as we're looking here, and this is an awesome shot from Andy, I love that. Big, dramatic, sweeping shot to show us all the different colours. So as we're looking here, you really get a sense of all the colours that work together. Maybe you want to play with the blues, or you want to get that punch of colour in. There's a lot of choice, and it's proven to be a very busy option. In my mind, I think, and I could be absolutely wrong, well, I'll tell you one thing I know for a fact. This is the first time as a presenter personally I've ever done a happy hour, and it has only been wool. That is it. Nothing else on the show. All we are showing you, yarn I should say, not wool. All we're featuring this hour is different options. We're calling it a wool happy hour for you, but take advantage. £10.85, saving £13. It is a genuine saving, and remember, as long as you make your purchase, so as long as you check out within the first 50 minutes of the show, so effectively before 10 to 10, your name goes into a hat, you could be walking away with our Family Favourites prize. We also put out a question this hour because we like to have a bit of fun, happy hour. Have we had any responses whatsoever, Katie? Not one response, Jack. Not one email. What? Have you got any pictures on your phone from any holidays you've gone? Jack, I will personally, well, at a point, not yet, but when I'm doing, let's say when we go back to start the counter, you can walk out the studio, because I know no phone's in here, and I want you to send a picture of one where you've gone on holiday, and we'll show everyone. Is that a deal? Yeah. Okay. Where are you going to send it to? Studio@hochanda.com, Jack. Studio at Hochanda. We rehearsed this for 40 minutes before the show. No, I'm teasing. Yeah, if you could do that, Jack, that'd be awesome. Okay, so there we go. Options. If you do want to get this into your basket, please, somebody, just show, we want to see where you've been on holiday, because I'm really conscious of the fact you'd be doing me a massive favour. I know it's just me talking for a whole hour. I feel sorry for everyone at home. So we can break it up with some lovely pictures of where you've been. It would be good. Okay, we're going to move down the counter. We've got more now. We've got some yarn balls. You are getting all of these. These are not an option. This is actually, you know, I talked about putting colour families together. £17.75. Ooh, Look at that saving. You are saving £22. £17.75 is your price. Now, we do have two options here. We got this option, everything you're seeing here. So you're getting your black, you're getting your teal, you're getting your berry, you're getting your fuchsia. Now we have got another option which we've got on the screen at the moment. Now you're getting coral here. There's chartreuse, sage, the red and the teddy. So those are your, I have to say, Katie, I feel it should be chartreuse. Chartreuse? No, I'm gonna have my faith in you. We're gonna say chartreuse. I'll take the blame if loads of people email in. We'll count it. Okay, CHRTRE. Oh, chartreuse. It's chartreuse. Okay, we're gonna move on. Look, Katie, I'm terrible with names. Okay, so now we're going to have a look at another option for you. These are two different options, so you can just see down here and up here. This is your Debbie Bliss Boheme Super Bulky Yarn. We are talking serious bulk going through. Top one. This is your Arturo. Now look at that. And at the bottom we got our Ruggiero, but look at that Arturo. Ooh, it looks like, I'm going to take you, I'll just show you one. That is just, there we go. So it's 52% wool, 34% acrylic, and 14% nylon in there. Beautiful. You're getting, so that's 250 grams of yarn in each option, because they're 50 grams there for each of these yarn balls. That's the Arturo, and this is your Ruggiero. I mean, I like that Ruggiero. So now, and one thing, and I'm really conscious of the fact, you can't touch, but the softness that you're getting, they are incredibly tactile. So from the Boheme range, if you're a fan of Debbie Bliss is a major player. When it comes to yarn, there's a good chance you would have either bought some Debbie Bliss in the past, or at least been in a shop and felt Debbie Bliss, and well, felt the yarn, I should say, and you get to appreciate just how good a quality it is. $23.99 options. So here, a set of 5, $23.99. That's your Ruggiero. And then up at the top here, the slightly darker background tone there is your Arturo. Okay, we shall move on. We've got some needles for you. Oh, hello. Now we've got two options here. This is your summertime. Shall we open this up? So there is your summertime. Look at the amount of needles that we are getting. They are bamboo knitting needles ranging from 2.75mm to 5.5, but the case as well is beautiful. Oh, even better. Now, I'm always open. I'll always say it if it happens. Happy hours, we don't tend to not normally offer freedom prices. Could be a mistake. It might not be, but take advantage. $18.74 your price. Or what about this one? This is your homemade. I think I like the homemade. Beautiful case in itself, and all these needles. Look how many sets you're getting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sets of needles for $24.99. That's got to be a good price. So it is a why not deal, and by that I mean you're actually better off becoming a Freedom member and then getting hold of this, and then you get to enjoy Freedom membership for a whole month. At the end of the month, if you don't want to continue it, that's absolutely fine. You do need, though, to check out. You need to unsubscribe. So that's how it works. It's a rolling membership. So you do need to unsubscribe from your Freedom if you want to cancel it. So make sure to cancel it. Okay. Now, 7-day savers. Value for money is incredible. 100 skeins, $10.49 for all of these. Katie, could you do me a favour? Could we see how much, just randomly, how much a skein would cost us? Just random. I mean, what, £1? I think it's fair to say £1 a skein. So we'll just do a random check. Going through, And we're going to do a cursory check, first thing that comes up, okay? So obviously you can do your own research, you already know, but it works out, okay, so that's fair enough, between 60p or £1 for a skein of thread. That's fair, right? With our deal, it works out at 10.5 pence per skein. You are getting an awful lot. So if you do love your embroidery work, are you a fan maybe of Rowandine, or you just want to put some embroidered detail, or you have maybe an embroidery hoop at home, or do you know what? You might have gone for the one-day special and you just wanted to put some detail on there. I love the colours. So we've got our green tones coming through, you've got blue tones, you've got more natural tones in there as well. There is just an awful lot in the mix. It's an incredible bundle, 100 skeins. Look at all of those skeins, 100 of them for £10 and 49 pence. You can't go wrong. I think that as a price, you cannot argue it. And the thing is, as crafters, you can do your own research, but you already know, if you've bought skeins before, imagine going to a shop. Have you ever bought a single skein of thread for 10 pence? Because that's the prices that you are getting with those. I apologise, I messed that up, because Jack did display that beautifully, so I'm taking the blame for that. I apologise, Jack. Okay, so, that's really bugging me, sorry. I'll try and tidy that up a bit more. Okay, we're going to move on. We've got another absolute bargain. So in the past, I've featured these. They've actually sold out. They haven't sold out this time as 7-day savers. Now I want to show you something. Look at the amount of leather that you are getting. 30 leather swatches for £12. And then you're getting 20 fabrics. Tell you what we're going to do really quickly, because I know we've got some time this hour. I'm going to be quick. This will be worth it. You're also getting the fabric swatches as well, if I just show you those before I do what I'm about to do. So there's the fabric swatches, okay? So we're getting all of those, but let me just push you. So you're getting 20 fabric swatches. This is what we're going to do. Let me just show you to give you an indication of how much leather you are getting. So imagine this for patchwork. If you were to create a, say, for a bag or a cushion, we talked about maybe incorporating this with the one-day special too. So I'm just going to lay this out really quickly. 30 of these in total, but visually I think it's a lot more striking when you do kind of see that laid out. Okay, so I've still got lots more. Oh, okay, now I'm gonna put it more. So you've got different leathers, different colors coming through. There we go. Have a look at that. Look how much you are getting. That is just the leather swatches that you're getting. I've got 2 left over in the mix as well. That is an awful lot. How much would that cost you just to buy that in leather? And I haven't even talked about the fact you've still got the fabric in there as well. And what's even better, if you do make the purchase this hour, then your name does go into the hat, and it could be you walking away with the prize, the family favourites prize this hour as well. It's a busy option for our 7-day savers, and it is one option. That's £63 saving. We can't lie about it. And I've got to straight, we really can't. There are strict laws and regulations for all shopping TV, so we can never lie about that. You should be paying, if you were to buy this, break it down, £75. But for a 7-day saver, we always go above and beyond for £12, considering you're getting the leather and you're getting the fabric swatches in there. And I've made a mess, so I can only apologise. We'll make that look neat in just a second. It is one of the 7-day savers. Oh, I'm sorry, Andy. That's just a mess. Okay, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're just going to remind you of the prize that you are getting this hour. This is the prize for the family favourites, 12 yarn balls. So you're getting 6 of the brown, 6 of the, it looks like a orange coral. But you are going to be winning that. One lucky viewer will be winning that this hour. And all you need to do is make any purchase on the live show, during the live show, within the first 50 minutes. So you've got, you've got about 20 more minutes, 22 more minutes remaining on the show. Now, we did mention about Freedom. And for those of you maybe not familiar with Freedom membership, here's Alex to explain more.
Hello everyone, I've got a minute or two to tell you why you should all be members of Hochanda Freedom. Did you know that with Hochanda Freedom you could be saving on your deliveries every month? For just a £6.97 monthly fee, you will benefit from unlimited standard delivery, which means the more you spend with us, the more you save. And you know the best bit? You can cancel any time. Becoming a member of Hochanda Freedom, you will also be able to take advantage of our exclusive Freedom member discounts, where you can save anything up to 20% on an already fantastic Hochanda price. Freedom members will also receive our exclusive members badge and Freedom newsletter, which will keep you updated with all the goings on behind the scenes. Just look at all these benefits for £6.97 per month. Over 10,000 of you are already members, and we thank you so much for being a part of our family and sharing your crafting passion with us. In fact, I'm now going to hand over to you to tell everyone else about your experience with Hochanda Freedom.
It's lovely because you have the special offers, don't you, that give you a nice discount off, sometimes up to 20%.
I don't have to worry about the postage. I can spend a fiver on something that I've seen as and when I've seen it, or I can spend 20 or 30 or 50 pounds, it doesn't matter.
I get special offers, I get special discounts, they tell me when everything's happening, so if there's a special show I want to watch, then it's there.
Yes, you do save. If you buy like I do, you save.
You see? You could be a member instantly for £6.97 per month with no ongoing monthly obligation. So when you want to cancel, you can. Just give us a call or go to our website quoting the item number 88888. So don't forget, you get your unlimited standard delivery, exclusive Freedom discounts, members badge and a members newsletter. What are you waiting for? Join Hochanda Freedom today and become a member of the growing Hochanda family.
And you're definitely part of that family. Thank you for tuning in this evening. I know it's 9 o'clock. You could be watching anything right now, but you've chosen to spend it with us. So we will reward you with some great prices. Now, this is a happy hour, which means all the prices are only around for this hour. At the end of the hour, they will revert back to their original selling price. For instance, the first item I'm about to share with you, options. So each of these are a separate option, and you would be getting two of these Debbie Bliss Rialto luxury sock knitting sets. So you're getting two Rialto wools, and then you are getting the pattern as well. Just going to start here. This is your Wilderness. It is a beautiful, and I have to say, they've got a wonderful variegated nature to this set. Beautifully soft as well. Now they are described as it's with superwash wool there as well. So you can see there you've got the superwash wool in there. So this is the Wilderness, and you are getting two of these. So you're getting 200 grams in total. Obviously you're doubling up. So you will get 200 of whichever option you choose. So there's your Wilderness. Then we've got our Woodstock. Yeah, I like the Woodstock. What? I've just heard Andy, our director, went to Woodstock, the 91, not the other one. Okay, just showing you. That's still very impressive. So there, we've got our Rialto luxury sock. Beautiful. That's our Woodstock. Next, we have our Ultra. Oh, nice. Yeah, we like these. I just wish you could touch them because they are so soft. Like little pets. There you go. And then finally, we got our Montreux. Going through. Beautiful. Okay, so those are your options. I need to stress you are getting two in each option. So whichever option you see, you will be getting two. And you also get the pattern there as well to make these lovely socks. And with the wool, I mean, you can see they look fantastic, but oh, it's just wrapping your feet in the most luxurious wool there. It is 75% wool, 25% acrylic. Debbie Bliss Rialto luxury socks. Imagine those on your tootsies. Nice. Okay. And also in winter, can I say, nice for your partners, because if you've ever, you know, sometimes if you wear scratchy socks and then your poor partner is getting scratched by those in bed in the winter, no, get them some nice soft. Okay, so having a look here. We're moving on now. We have got silk for you. Ratio-wise, it's very simple. 100% silk. We've got two options for you. This is your first option. At the top, you can see this is your Tyrrell. And then we've got our fruit salad at the bottom. So you decide whether you want the fruit salad, which you're seeing here, the set of 4, or the set of 4, the Tyrrell. So you've got those green tones coming through. 50 grams in each ball, so you are getting 200 grams of silk for $16.83. 100% silk. Look at the saving. Look at what you are getting. 459050, your item number. Let me just, oh, it feels so good, silky soft. So what would you be making with yours? And I say, I do like, I never sit on the fence. There is something about the Tyrrell that I really love. That is I think that is a lovely colour palette. Okay, so there we go. That is just one of the many deals that we have on the show. We are having a busy show, so thank you so much. I have to say, everyone who's made a purchase this hour, your name goes into a hat, and it could be you walking away with our family favourites prize for this hour, which is 12 balls of yarn. You're getting 6 brown and 6. We're kind of saying a corally orange. Yeah, okay. Now, moving on, we've got, we've been busy for this option, our Odin yarn. I always pay attention to the fact when we have a particular product and it is as busy as we've had this hour, I know you guys at home, you know something that I don't. So you probably know if you were to go out and buy Odin yarn by Debbie Bliss, how much you would be paying. Well, we got it reflected on the show. You would be paying £23.85. You're saving £13. You're saving more than you're spending. So if you do want to take advantage of the deal, they are separate options. So let's start with the berry. You're getting the set of 3 berry, 75% wool, 25% acrylic, $10.85 your price. Got it. I'm just going to correct myself because we have to be really particular on shopping TV. And just for my own peace of mind, okay, I'm fine. It was good. Because remember I said it was 75% wool for our first option. It is. So there we go. Stuff like that, when I'm driving home, it gives me heart palpitations if I feel that I've misled. Okay, so have a look. Now this is your chartreuse. Yeah, I really like that. Beautiful. Now, do you know, remember, further on down the counter, we have the super chunky. This is as chunky, I feel, as the super chunky. I mean, that is a serious chunky yarn. Now, I'm using chunky as an adjective. So I'm not saying that is the term for it. It is an Odin yarn, but look at that. You really get a sense. Just put my hand in shot. It's a beautiful yarn. So there we go. That is our chartreuse. What would you be making with yours? Would you be mixing the chartreuse with red? This is our next option. A beautiful, bright, vibrant splash of red on there. I get why the Odin collection has been so popular because, my goodness, that is stunning. It is such a nice yarn to work with as well. It's a beautiful blend. Having that blend of wool, so it is 75% wool, 25% polyacrylic. Then we have our blue. It's a nice denim blue. You're seeing there. It's a beautiful, beautiful denim blue. So say, and sorry to sound like a broken record, but you will be getting all 3 of these. This is an option for £10.85. Very nice. So that was our denim blue. Now, what could you imagine knitting with this? Oh, have we got pictures? Oh, let's have a little look. We have got pictures from Jack on his holiday. Where was that, Jack? This is Budapest. Jack, that looks amazing. Budapest is a wonderful place. There we go. And this one, well, we all know where this is. It's Greece, eh? No, I'm only kidding. Leaning Tower of Pisa. Did you? Now, Jack, I'm a little bit disappointed. Did you not do the novelty, like pretending to be holding up the Leaning Tower of Pisa? Did you do it?
Well, I tried to, but so many people.
You tried. All right, that's fair enough. Okay, got one more picture. There we go. Oh, wow. That has to be Cyprus? That is Cyprus. That is... Whereabouts? That's Limassol?
It's near Coral Bay. I can't remember exactly.
Okay.
It's not far from Coral Bay.
Lovely. There we go. So Jack has sent in his pictures. Now, I wish I could show... Jack, he's a very good-looking lad, but he's got a sad face at the moment. I don't know, Jack, could you turn camera 6 around for a moment? Because I'm just going to show you this. Over at home, I asked you for your holiday pictures. Jack is the only one to send in a holiday picture, and you've made Jack very, very sad. We're going to show Jack. I think the people at home need to see your face, because we haven't had anyone send in their holiday pictures. Look at this face. Look at this young man, devastated, devastated. Oh, that's it. He's in a hump now. So if you could be so kind as to maybe send us a snapshot from your holidays, we'd love to see. We've still got about 20 minutes left on the show. So we've seen Jack's gone on 3 holidays. We're obviously paying you too much. 3 holidays, that was just in 1 year. Okay, let's carry on down and see what else we've got. This is our teddy option with regard to the Odin. Now, I do like the teddy option. I was thinking this would be nice if you wanted to knit, maybe if you've got little ones on the way, possibly. Just saying. Very cute, we like that. And we've got our teal. Yeah. So there is really an option for everybody here. And colour is such a personal thing. We're all drawn to certain colours. Maybe black is a colour you're fond of. Strong. There we go. And I'd also be thinking, what patterns, what ideas would you be thinking of knitting? Because you're getting three balls, so effectively 300 grams of the Odin yarn. That is an awful lot. So you can take on a larger project, or you can, if you've got a really big project you're looking to make, maybe a cardigan or something, then obviously you can get a couple of options if you want. Coming down here, we've got our claret. That's the claret. Oh, yes. We like it. Then we have our coral. I do love that coral. Do you know what? Coral is just a very appealing colour. Yeah. It's bright, it's vibrant, fun. Now, little contrast. We've got a powder blue that's delicate, it's elegant. See, imagine playing with tones. You could put, how about this as a three-way tones? Would that work? So we've got our teal, you've got your denim blue, and then you've got your powder blue. So they don't come together. I'm just showing you, if you did want to mix and match, they all work quite nicely. So think about your colour families, blending, or contrasting as well. So that is your powder blue. The sage, I like olives, and I love the colours. Sound very cliche. Greek that likes olives. I love olives. But look, isn't that wonderful olivey sage green? So there we go, got your olives. Then we've got our cream. Cream has to be popular. Is cream popular? Yeah. Actually, the most popular, the denim blue. I'm not surprised by that. Denim blue is, actually I am a little bit, denim blue I loved. And it's one of the choices I was instantly drawn to. But I would have thought a classic like cream would be flying out of here. Stock up on your stash. Stock up on your cream now, because that is just, look, you're going to use it. Cream, getting 3 of those. Then we've got blush. Now the cream and blush play very nicely together. And then we have our lilac, which you're just seeing there, a little tease of the lilac. And then finally, we got the grey. I like the grey. Do you know, grey and lilac look very nice together. Or grey, if you're going to make something, it's a good unisex colour. So boy or girl, doesn't matter. So there we go. Seeing everything here, they are options. So each of these are separate options. But for £10.85, saving £13, that is a phenomenal saving. And everybody who has made a purchase, your name has been entered into the draw. We've got about 6 minutes. No, not 6 minutes. Well, just over. About 7 minutes remaining. We're just going to show you what you could be winning. Your name goes into a hat, and not only will you get whatever you purchased, but you could potentially, if you win the draw, be walking away with this. 12 balls of yarn. You've got your brown, and you've got your orangey coral. And that's all part of our Family Favourites event. Just to remind you, Family Favourites event launched today at 6. It's going to run for the next few days, and it's until Monday at 6 p.m. And the beauty of Family Favourites event, so any live hour, we always start off the hour by telling you what you could win, and one lucky viewer will be winning that prize each hour. So having a look here, now this is, we've got 2 options here. What you see is what you get. This is one option. And can I just say, God bless We've had some pictures. Whoever sent the picture, thank you very much. You've made a floor manager very happy, so we will be showing those in a moment. So having a look at the options here. Oh no, we're seeing the pictures. This is from Christine. Christine, where is that? Looks amazing. And then you've got the tree. Oh, wow. I was thinking it could be anywhere. It could be Europe. That is beautiful. Looks like you're on safari. Christine, thank you. At least I'm happy now. At least we've had, and she said, oh, Spain. Thank you. At least we've had one picture from someone at home. And you've made Jack very happy. Do you want to, I'll tell you what, Jack, give Christine a wave. He's very happy. There he is. Oh, he's bashful. He's shy. Okay. He's sporting, look, your lockdown haircut as well. Okay, so having a look here, £17.75. You have got all of these. These aren't options. You can see here, so you're getting all 5 of these. When I say they're not options, we've got 2 options for you, but by that I mean what you see is what you get. The second option we'll just show you is pictures. You can see you've got that sage in there, the red, the teddy, the coral, and the chartreuse. That's all from memory. Okay, and £22 saving as well. Oof. 268, oh there you go. Have a look on the website. I was too slow. I was complimenting myself on remembering. Okay, having a look here. Now this is a little bit special. Arturo, a beautiful, super bulky yarn, Debbie Bliss, the Bohemian range. Look at that. Thing is, it looks good, but it feels even better. I promise you. So you are getting 5 of the Arturo, or you're getting 5 of the Rigero. So there we go, 5 of the Rigero. Personally, and it is a personal preference, I like the Rigero. I can see the appeal of the Arturo, and I'm not saying the Rigero is any better than the Arturo, but if I had to choose, for some reason, something about the Rigero is drawing me in. But it could look totally different when it is knitted up. £23.99 your price, saving £25. If you were to buy these at regular retail price, they would be, well, 51 pence shy of £50, £49.49. But here at Hochanda, because it is a happy hour and because we wanted to give you the best possible price we can, look at that, £23.99. Incredible value for money. 308042, your item number. Now, we've got a why not deal. What that means, whenever we feature a why not deal, is the fact that we've got something that you're actually better off paying to become a Freedom member. I know you're thinking, really? Let me explain. Because it's £24.99 if you're not a Freedom member. As a Freedom member, £18.74. So that will cover your Freedom membership. You can enjoy Freedom membership for a whole year. No, sorry, not for a whole year, for a whole month. And then at the end of that month, if you don't want to continue Freedom membership, you just opt out, but you need to opt out. So Freedom membership, it's a rolling contract on a monthly basis. You get to enjoy exclusive discounts as a Freedom member, and also you get your P&P included. So the price you see as a Freedom member is the price you pay on everything, not just Freedom discounts. So whenever you shop as a Freedom member, you never have to think, oh, I've got to remember to add in the P&P on top of that. That's why so many people are Freedom members. I'm a Freedom member myself, and I just love the fact I see something, I buy it, and I never have to worry about the price of postage and packaging. Having a look here, we've got 2 different options. This is your summertime. There you go. Bamboo needles, ranging in size as well. So we're going up to the 5.5 mil. Nice. Or what about this? This is your homemade. I like the I love the summertime as well. This homemade I think is cute. So you're getting the needle case, and you're also getting the needles as well. I think we counted there were 8 needles, varying sizes. And look at that Freedom price, $18.74. So you just pick whichever one speaks to you. Okay, so we've had a look at all of our happy hour deals. We're going to now look at the 7-day savers. And you've also got just over a minute to check out. Whether it is the 7-day savers or the happy hour, and I say a minute to check out, if you want your name to be entered into the draw, and we will be announcing the winner shortly for our Family Favourites event to win those 12 balls of yarn. Look at all of this. We are talking beautiful skeins, wonderful colour palettes. Now, this works out per skein. So typically, if you were to go out and buy a skein, you would know this. It would be this ranging from 60 pence to £1. Fair enough, right? With this deal, each skein is 10 pence. Well, 10.5 pence technically. But look, 10 pence. And you're getting such a beautiful colour palette in the mix as well. So showing you all those colours coming through. Yours will arrive. Obviously, a lot neater than what we're showing you here. But you've got all of these colours coming through. Your greens, your blues, your pastels in there. So it is just such a great way to stock up on your stash. If you do want to add some diversity into your stash, all these skeins, 100 of them, 8 mil each, for £10 and 49 pence. You're saving £8 and 50 pence there. It's an awesome saving. All right, now we've got more for you. Swatches, just having a look here. So with the swatches, you were getting 20 of these fabric swatches. And then you're getting 30 of the leather. So I'm looking here. Or tell you what, I'm just for my peace of mind, let me just count these up. 2, because I was thinking with the fabric, it looks like you're getting more. Oh, there's some cheeky leather ones in there as well. That's not leather. Or maybe that's because you've got different ones. 2, 4, 6, 10, 12. Ooh. It's not fun TV. 14, 16, 18, 20, 2, 4. Okay, so with the fabric, it looks like you're getting more of the fabric than you are of the leather. I don't know. So it says we're getting 20 of the fabric pieces. So we're just showing you more. Okay, so that's definitely what we're getting. All right, that was just me. I think maybe we've put a few more out on the counter, but go with the details on the screen. For £12, look at all the leather that you are getting there as well. All of that. £12. Do have a little look. 693-507, your item number there. It is a 7-day saver. Let's go onto the website and have a little look at all the details on the website. What will you be popping into your basket? The Odins are proving popular, so if you do want to get a hold of your Odin, now remember, the prices we're seeing are only going to be around till the end of the hour. Once the hour has finished, then the prices will disappear, like Cinderella turning, well, it's not, was it not Cinderella? It was the pumpkin. You know, the horse carriage just like disappears. Okay, so having a little look here, you've got options, all these different colours. We are going to be announcing the winner as well for our family favourites event. So just having a look, there's our red, we've got the denim in there as well, that beautiful denim blue, the teddy, our teal, just coming into shot. There's the black. So these are all options. And then at the bottom, you can see the claret. You've got your coral coming through. This is your powder blue, your sage, your cream in there. This is your coral, lilac, and green. I don't think that was a coral. I think that was a blush pink. There you go. Coral was over here. It's just a little bit further. So all of this, you're not getting all of it, but these are your choices in sets of 3, so beautiful trios. I mean, when you think about it, £10 and 85 pence for 3 is incredible value for money, considering you should be paying £23.85. You will be paying £23.85 at the end of the hour. They are a beautiful blend, 75% wool. There's your chartreuse. So 75% wool, 25% acrylic, and we are extremely busy for this option. So if you do not want to miss out, please make sure to check out before the end of the hour, because what you will find, I don't want any nasty surprises. If it is in your basket beyond the hour, the price will revert back to the regular retail price. So don't let that happen to you. 196102 item number. Now we do have the winner for our family favourites. Jack, could I have a drum roll, please? Very good. The winner is Leslie Wilson. Well done to you, Leslie. You have won the prize. This will be winging its way to you. You're going to get all 12 of these yarn balls. So awesome job, Leslie Wilson. Congratulations to you. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me this hour. I really hope you've enjoyed it. And this is what we like to do at Hochanda, is mix in and throw different shows for you. We do place so much value on the demonstrations. And if you were watching the one-day special, I thought Rebecca was fantastic in her knowledge. So if you do love your quilting, please make sure to tune in tomorrow at 8, 12 and 4. We've also got another, look, tomorrow at 9 o'clock. We've got our Welcome to the Weekend show, and what that does, it gives you a little tease of shows coming up over the weekend, and you get effectively an advanced screening. Not only do you see what's coming up, you get to buy it, but only for that 1 hour. So it's well worth, it really is well worth watching just for that hour, because we have busy shows over the weekend, and you get a sneak peek and you get to buy. So that's coming up tomorrow at 9. I really hope you can join me with me once again at 9 tomorrow. So we have our summertime batik one-day special coming up to next, and then we've got Sentimentally Yours, and after that, colouring with Jessica Palmer.
Now, it's really good to have your company and to let you know that there have been a few little changes here at Hochanda. For a short while, we weren't able to ship over to America, so that meant that you were missing out on all of those wonderful goodies that we're able to bring to you here at Hochanda. Well, good news, we have resumed those orders coming to you overseas. COVID-19 meant that we couldn't fly them out to you, but of course that has changed. But something I do need to let you know is that sadly we've had to increase that post and packing per item. So it's gone up to $12.95, unfortunately. But good news, Freedom membership has remained the same at $19.99. What that means is you can place an order as often as you like during that calendar month. You could even place an order every single day, and there's no minimum and no maximum to those orders either. So it gives you the opportunity to take advantage of all those fabulous deals, those wonderful opportunities that we bring you here at Hochanda, now shipping again to you out in America. So take advantage of that. Make sure you become a Freedom member though. Take advantage of that saving.
Hochanda News! We're excited to announce that from the 1st of July, our broadcast hours on Freeview will be extended to 10 p.m. each day. We know that many of you have been missing our live shows in the evenings, and we look forward to having you with us once again.
Hi, I'm Nikki Hassan. I've been working with Heartfelt Creations for about 9 years now. Heartfelt Creations as a company launched the company back in 1994. They have been in the industry for a very, very long time. They are crafters, so they know what you crafters want, and they listen to us crafters too. Their products range from stamps that coordinate with dies that then coordinate with a paper pad. But then we also have storage folders, we have decorative dies, we have colouring daubers, we have Insta albums. One of the products that really make Heartfelt unique are their flower shaping moulds, where you can make easy, quick, three-dimensional flowers, which are absolutely stunning. So I hope you can join Heartfelt Creations here on Hochanda.
Hi, I'm John Lockwood from John Next Door. I'm lucky enough to have been a guest on Hochanda since day one. I like to pack my shows with lots of hints, tips and techniques, and my idea is to give the experience that I've got and I've gained to everyone at home and show as many things as I possibly can. The John Next Door brand is designed to bring high quality, innovative products to the crafting market. The range includes stamps, dies and new products such as the media plates. I'm also looking to expand the brand and bring you lots of new techniques, new ideas and new products into the next few years. I hope you can join me on my crafting journey and learn some tips and techniques from me that I share with you. So don't forget to tune in and watch the John Next Door shows on Hochanda.
Hi, Hi, I'm Ali Reeve. I'm from the company Stamps Away. Stamps Away is a family-run company with my husband and I. We create all things crafty, especially with a passion for mixed media. At Stamps Away we create a lot of MDF products because we have laser cutters and router cutters. We also create our own stencils and masks. We try and make everything we can in-house so that you've got all the materials you need to create your projects. If you're watching a show with me on Hochanda, you'll expect to see lots of different techniques, lots of ways of using the products that we produce, and it's all very much mixed media, so pretty much anything goes. So I hope you won't miss the shows on Hochanda with Stamps Away.
So it's here, everybody. I love it every time we do feature our Family Favourites event. For those of you who are not familiar with the Family Favourites, at Hochanda, we really do place so much importance on bringing all types of companies, and we love family boutique run companies as well. So what we're doing from Thursday for the next few days, we are running all our shows will feature family run businesses, and also because it is our Family Favourites event, we are going to be giving a prize if you make any purchase within the first 15 minutes. You do need to check out before 10 effectively. So any purchase within the first 50 minutes of the show, your name goes into a hat, and it could be you winning, it's a good one, some Fabbies. Take a look at this. So this is the prize for this out. I mean, are you kidding? So Fabbies up for grabs, fabric weights. They're always popular. Now, wherever we bring them to, you're going to be getting 2 sets. One lucky viewer, and it really could be you. And can I just say, because you watch TV, you know, sometimes you see competitions and you think, really? But genuinely, Hochanda, when you consider, now we are off Freeview at the moment. By the way, that will be changing. July the 1st, we're going to be running on Freeview up until 10 o'clock, so not long to wait for that. But as it currently stands, unfortunately, we've lost a lot of our Freeview viewers. So this is the best opportunity to not only get hold of a great one-day special, but give yourself a shout at possibly winning those Fabbies as well. Speaking of one-day special, it has been very popular. I am not alone, so before I get into what we're getting with the one-day special, can I introduce you to Rebecca? She is here. Hello, Rebecca.
Hello, good evening. How are you?
I am very well. Rebecca, I always love working with you, and I have to say that you've brought us a great one-day special today.
Oh, thank you. Well, Ryan Takes, who supplied the batik fabrics, they gave me a pack of 10 fat quarters and said, make something with it. What a lovely thing. So it was hard to choose, but, well, I had to make a quilt. You know, I wanted to use the best use, show them off. Batik fabric's so lovely. It's just beautiful prints, so I've made a quilt.
Okay, let's just pause for a moment. So Rebecca was given the one-day special and told, make something. Just make something. Now, if you gave me all of these, I would be over the moon. I'll be honest, though, I would be struggling. I think, what do I make? Look at what Rebecca came up with. Actually, I'll turn this way. You can see this fabulous quilt. Now, you've got the pattern to make this, and all you need to do is add the whites, and this could be in your home. Look at the size of that quilt. Typically, how much would you be spending on a quilt of this nature? All you need to do is add, it doesn't have to be white, it could be black if you wanted. You just need to add that solid colour, white, black, grey, whatever it might be. So think about what you got in your stash, or, now, I don't know if we still have it, because I know it's sold out and we added it back on extended delivery. Okay, it was. Katie was saying it did sell out. Katie, my producer. So we did have some fabric, Mill Shop Online 7-day saver. Unfortunately, that has gone, but you never know. There's more to discover on our website. There are other bargains to be had. So remember, any purchase this hour, your name goes into a hat. It could be you walking away with the Fabbies. Let's have a look, though, at the one-day special, because this is your anthology summertime rainbow batiks. You are getting 10 pieces of fat quarter bundles with the rainbow pattern coming in. This is what we love about a batik. have a look. I'll show you the size. Now, come on. It's the depth. What you get with the batik, it gives you the illusion with the design, it gives the illusion that it's textured. Obviously, it's not. But I mean, that is incredible, and that's just the blue. So as the name suggests, being the rainbow, there are a myriad of colours that you are getting as part of this one-day special. But not just the colours. So we had the blue, and here you can see sort of the pink variant of that, the light blue. But then, as you start looking here, I mean, that is a very traditional batik. And the way that's achieved, it's layers upon layers, using wax as well. Gorgeous batiks. Batiks are always popular. Whenever we feature them at Hochanda, batiks are always busy. But when you have batiks with the £7 saving and the pattern thrown in, should we do some sums? Because this is what I would be doing at home. Let's say, I mean, for a pattern, for the quilt, actually, I'll ask Rebecca will know. Rebecca, okay, we've got it, £5.99. So we know £5.99 for the pattern, that's fair?
Yeah.
I think so. But I personally have seen patterns for £10, you know.
Yeah, quilt patterns are normally about £9.99 to £14.99. Okay. That's normally the price.
So we just happen to have them at a great price. Okay, so we've obviously going to honour the £5.99. Let's take £5.99 away from that. So let's for ease of maths, okay, £28.90. I'll let you do all the maths then, Katie. Then how much is it a fat quarter? Do you know what? I should have been able to do that in my head. £2.89 per fat quarter. So what you're getting here, £2.89. I am disgusted that I had to wait for you to tell me that, Katie. If my parents were watching, they'd disown me. Like, all the money we paid for private school, and he had to ask for that. Okay, so look, what I'm going to do, just fold that back. This is our one-day special. It is absolutely beautiful. What strikes me is the quality of the batiks, the designs. I mean, how can you not want to use batiks like this? They're stunning in their own right, but when you do couple these batiks up with the one-day special, this fantastic rainbow quilt that Rebecca's designed for you. Now, come on, special things are going to happen for $34.89. All the batiks you're seeing here, so all 10 of these beautiful rainbow batiks, you're also getting the rainbow quilt. And not only that, your name goes into a hat, and it could be you. One lucky viewer. It's going to happen at the end of this hour. One lucky viewer is going to be walking away with the Fabbies. We are busy for our one-day special. Thank you so much for tuning in. 995169, your item number. Okay, so you love your fat quarters. If you want more fat quarters and if you want more batiks as well, more choice, we've got that for you. $17.95 here. Fat quarter bundles of 5. So these are separate options that you're seeing here. Should we go through the options? First one, this won't surprise you. That's your green. There, you can see that there. Then we've got, I'm assuming, purples. This one, though, changing things up. This is your summer. That, to me, it's got, oh, that is summer. That's a cocktail in fabric. Love that. Then we've got aqua. Yeah, and then finally, we have our blue. So those are choices, $17.95 your price, whichever bundle you go for. Now, bear in mind, I've got some more items to show you, some patterns actually I'm going to show you. You can use these bundles very quickly, and this is really important that everything is dispatched from the 9th of July. There is a 2-week extended delivery on this. It's only because it's coming from abroad. So that is for the one-day special, for the fat quarters we've just seen, for the patterns, everything on the show. There is that 2-week extended delivery, and the only reason it's the time it takes to come from abroad to us. The minute we have it, we send it straight out to you. Just having a look here, you're going to get 3 patterns for $15.97, and they are awesome patterns. So you will be getting all 3 of these: the Sunshine Star cushion, the French braids placemat, and the stripy bag. Shall we just start? Let's start with the cushion. So, for instance, you know the fat quarters, the 5 fat quarters that I just showed you, pick and mix. The sunset option, all 5 of those fat quarters made this cushion, and this is a large cushion. It's a big cushion. Look at that. as a cushion is an absolute showstopper. So you've got all these beautiful batiks coming through. That yellow just sings. It absolutely sings out. Rebecca, I love this cushion. I would happily have this in my home. I really would. I think.
Well, because I was using the summer collection, I thought, well, I need to design a cushion that that reflects the summer. Yeah. And when I worked out the pattern for it, I realised there was enough fabric to make the front and the back.
Oh,
and it's 24 inches square. That's the size of it. It's kind of a floor cushion, 60 centimetres.
It's a big cushion. So just to put that into context, if you're looking to get maybe the fat quarter bundles that we have on the show, the batiks, so not the one-day special, the other fat quarter bundles. Okay, so that is your cushion. So these are all, now remember, you're not getting kits here, you're getting the patterns, and we're just showing you the completed patterns, so made up. How about this? Oh, that's lovely. So this is your French braid placemat. Rebecca, tell us a little bit about this, because it's a beautiful design. Sort of like herringbone.
I worked it out. So if you buy one of the 5 fat quarter packs, and because it uses 5 fat quarters, you can buy any. So if you want blue mats, buy the blue one, which is that one, or if you want green ones, buy the green pack to go with it. You can make 4 placemats from each 5 fat quarter bundle. But I've used a special method with it because I'm thinking about beginners, people who started quilting. You quilt it and you stitch at the same time, so you don't have to make it and then quilt it. It all happens together.
Lovely.
And tomorrow I'll be demonstrating that.
Brilliant. I'm going to pop that down. And then we have our bag as well. Take a look at this bag. So again, using the fat quarters. So we were saying with this pattern, all the 5 fat quarters would make the bag, that you just need to add the lining.
Yeah, you need a little bit of extra fabric for the lining. I've used a bit of the batik yellow for it because I thought it really jumped out against the purple. But you can make the front of the bag, the back of the bag, the handles, and a little bit of an inset because I like the colour of the front to go into the lining a bit, but you just need a little bit of extra for the lining.
Just showing you that there. Lovely. So those are your 3 patterns. You've seen them made up. We've also got lots more on the website as well. We've got some tools if you do want to get a hold of some tools. We've got everything on the website. Have a look at the website. It is truly your friend. So products on the show. What are you going to be adding to your basket? Ooh, what's this? We've got some action scissors there. Fiskars, easy action scissors, I should say. 5-star reviews. We've got rotary cutters. We've got rulers. We've got more scissors for you. And of course, we've got our 7-day savers. All can be found on our website or using the Hochanda app. So right now, we are enjoying our 1-day special. It launched at 6. It was incredibly busy launch, and we always love a busy launch. So Rebecca is going to start demonstrating. We're going to look at the 1-day special, Rebecca?
Yeah, so I'm going to show you the 6 o'clock show. I showed you a bit of how to make this. I'm going to just run through some of it again so you can see how easy it is to make this. So all the instructions and the measurements and everything you need are in the instructions which you get with your pack of fabrics. You need to buy some plain fabric. Now I've chosen white because I think it makes the batik sing. It stands out against it. It's very clean. But a pale grey or a navy blue or a black would look just as good. You need 2.5 meters of this plain fabric, but little tip. I wanted to buy some fabric for the back of it, and I normally buy a pure cotton sheet for the back of my quilts. It's unless I want to really, use a pattern fabric, I normally buy a sheet. It's just a bit cheaper. Anyway, I cut out the back and I bought a double bed flat sheet, and there was enough to do the front as well. So if you go to a big supermarket, buy a pure cotton one, make it sure it's a good one. Mine was, I think, a Egyptian cotton 200 count, and it was only a tenner, and I had enough for the back and for all the white fabric for the front. So
lovely.
If you want to do that. So anyway, it tells you in the instructions you have to cut each of your fat quarter into 4 squares, and you also cut off a little bit of the fabric for the binding, which I've got some here to show you. I did have some. You just need little strips for the binding. Oh, I'll show you in a minute. And the good thing about that is that you then join all those strips together, and there's enough fabric then to bind the whole quilt, and you join them together in rainbow order so that you get this beautiful rainbow look around the edge of your quilt. Once you've cut your fabric out, so you cut, because you're cutting 4 from each of the fat quarters, you'll have 40 batik squares and you'll have 40 plain squares. Now if you want to make a smaller quilt and not buy the plain fabric, you can just cut the 40 squares from batik and join them together. You'll get a smaller quilt, but obviously it will be more intensely colourful, if you see what I mean.
Okay.
Now, there's various methods. This quilt, I've designed it specifically aimed at people who haven't quilted before, want to get into it, or people who have quilted and just want something to refresh a skill. I thought, rather than just make a quilt and cut squares, let's learn a new technique. So this quilt features half square triangles, known in the quilting business as HSTs, half square triangles. There's lots of different ways of creating these, and the reason I've chosen this method is this is the most fabric efficient method. Other people have different ways, but I just thought I'd show you this way. And in the sunset cushion, that features half square triangles as well, but I've used a different method for that because I thought then if you bought all the patterns you could learn different things. So I'm just going to show you one, and you do this with one plain and one batik, and then you do it with all the other 40. So you put them right sides together like this, and you pin them together all the way around the edge, and then we're going to sew them together, which sounds a bit odd that we're sewing two squares together to make triangles, but all will become clear. So you don't need too many pins around the edge, just make sure they stay together. Right sides together, although the batik, it's very difficult to see which is the right side and the wrong side because they're all hand dyed and printed. If you look at them really closely, you will see that one side is slightly crisper in design than the other, but honestly it doesn't matter. And the great thing about the batik, because it's hand printed, there isn't really a right way or a wrong way, which makes quilting a lot easier. If I show you this red one that comes in the pack, you can see that the design is an all-over print. So it doesn't matter, you don't have to think about which way up you're doing them, which can make it tricky when you're turning squares into triangles, but the beauty of batik is the pattern is an all-over pattern, so there isn't a right way up.
It's nice seeing them opened up, Rebecca, because you really appreciate how beautiful
you see how, I mean, look at this one, it's got a red and a pink and an orange background, and then it's got leaves that go from green to blue to orange. If I open up this purple one, I'm going to open my favourite ones.
I like the purple. So just for anyone who's not familiar with the process with batiks, how are batiks made? Well,
they're a traditional Indonesian fabric, and the way they do it is first of all they dye the background, and then there's a couple of different methods. One of the main ones is they then put wax on that fabric, and then they dye it again, and the dye won't go into the fabric that's got the wax on. A bit like, you know, when you used to do tie dyeing and you tied fabric up in knots.
It's like a resist.
Yes, a resist. So, and then they put it in a hot bath, the wax melts, and that leaves the other colour beneath. And they do this several times. So you get this beautiful thing. When you get your piece of fabric, if you bought several metres and opened it out, it would all be slightly different all over because it is a hand-printed design.
So, look, the amount of labour hours to make the fabric here.
It is, and it is pure cotton fabric, but batik fabric is slightly crisper than normal fabric because of all the treatment, because of all the dye in it. It's wonderful. I really enjoyed using it to make the bag because it just has a little bit more body, so it's quite crisp. But you know, it's not just your normal printed fabric. This has gone through several processes. It's all hand done.
And you're getting something unique because it is hand done. Each piece is
it's all slightly different, and that's what I like about it. So when I was cutting out mine, because you end up with 16 squares from each of these fabrics, and each one is slightly different. So when I was placing them in my quilt, even though there were 16, say, from this purple, the one that came from here was mauve, this one was more purple. So you get a lovely variance, which if you just used a printed fabric, you wouldn't get the same, but because it's hand done, it's very special.
Are the fat quarters easy to cut down into the squares for our one?
Oh yeah, really easy. I mean, it's very crisp. You need to just give it a good press to start with because yours will all come folded up, but very easy. And I think because it has more stability to it, because it is a bit crisper with the weight of the dye in it, it's very easy to cut, and it presses beautifully as well. Lovely. That's what I quite like about it. Things like that are, well, for a patchwork, are important. I mean, look at this one. I've been cutting this one up, so I haven't got so much of that one. But that one's lovely. It's sort of pink and purple and red and green and turquoise and teal, but it all goes together.
Yeah. Oh, that shows layering up the fat quarters, how effective they are.
How lovely that.
Well together.
I mean, obviously there's 10 fat quarters and there are 7 colours in the rainbow, but they go through. So you start at red, which is the one that I've got.
And we're looking here actually at the quilt and just seeing, I mean, how stunning does that quilt look like, and you're seeing, this is the one-day special. This is what you can be making. The only thing you do need to add is the block colour. So we've used white. Say we, I had nothing to do with it. It was lovely, Rebecca. Rebecca used white to just make the colours pop, but we said you can use black, you can use grey, whatever you have. Rebecca, it's a good opportunity to dip into our stash as well.
Well, it is. I mean, and do you know, you don't have to use the same colour throughout the background. I've seen lots of them where they graduate it again. So they might mix the red one with white, and then the mauve and, well, the violet, indigo violet, might then go with a darker cream colour. You can mix it up. It doesn't all have to be the same. And actually, the beauty, if you look on images and things online of batik quilts, is there's a lot of colour mixture in it, and it's really stunning. It doesn't have to be in perfect lines. If you look at my quilt, there's not rows of red and then green. I've mixed the colours so that it's quite tonal.
It's lovely. It is a lovely, lovely quilt.
But, you know, when you're working with these fabrics, it sort of does a lot of the job for you. I think if I'd used just plain, solid rainbow colours, it wouldn't look as effective.
Yeah.
So a lot of the work is done for you because the colours and the prints are so lovely.
Right. So where would we go next?
Yes, anyway, I've just got distracted
that's okay. No,
by the glory
nice
of batiks.
It was nice to see them.
So you sew this together all the way around. Use a 1/4 inch seam allowance, that's important. Your machine will probably have that marked onto the, well, I need to move my machine here, marked onto the plate here. If it doesn't, you can draw that 1/4 inch line on your fabric. You've got to sew together 40 of these. So honestly, by the time you've got to number 3 or 4, you will be brilliant, if you're not already, at the 1/4 inch seam. So I've set mine to 1/4 inch, so I know what it is. And then all you do, it's really simple, is you sew together all the way around the edge. Now, because this is such a crisp cotton, you can see I've only just put a few pins in, because it actually stays together really well. Oh, got caught up there. When you use sort of lighter weight or more slippery fabrics, they don't stay together very well, but this really does. But take the time beforehand to make sure that you've pressed all your fabrics. If they're nicely pressed and crisp, you will find them easier to sew together. And you know, I'm doing this quite fast because, as you know, I've already, oh, I've just run out of thread on the bottom. I've already stitched 40 of these. So, how annoying. I've just run out of my bobbin thread. I thought I had loads of it.
Okay. Well, would you like me to just do a quick recap while we sort that out?
Yeah, it'll only take me 2 minutes. I've just run out of the thread at the bottom.
We'll just sort that out right now. We are talking about the one-day special. It is proving to be a very popular option now. For the benefit of anyone who might have just tuned in, we launched at 6 o'clock this evening our brand new event. It is the Family Favourites event, and it's actually, as events go, it's one of my favourites, because what we do is we showcase all the fabulous family-run boutique companies that have a home here at Hochanda. So it's a lovely opportunity to really embrace all these fantastic companies. But also, during the event, every hour, during the live shows, we're going to be giving away a prize. So just showing you what you could be winning this hour. The Fabbies, which are incredible. So these are fabric weights. They're weights for fabric, I should say. So with the Fabbies, whenever we feature them, they're always extremely popular. One lucky viewer is going to be winning 2 sets of the Fabbies, all courtesy of our Family Favourites event. I mean, fantastic quilting. Rebecca, have you ever used Fabbies?
Yeah, the fabric weights, they're brilliant. They're really good because they hold your dress patterns flat on the fabric, and then you can cut round them with a rotary cutter. Or if you need to hold anything flat, they're very, very heavy.
Okay.
So they're really good for holding things down. It's much better than using washers or something. They are very good quality as well.
Lovely.
Perfect for dressmaking.
Okay, so Rebecca, we're just going to do a quick recap, and then we're going to get back to, say, one-day special. So one lucky viewer will be winning those Fabbies at the end of the hour. You just have to make sure you've checked out your basket before within the first 50 minutes of the show. So make sure that all your everything's checked out by 8:50, and then we're going to be announcing the winner. So just have a look at this one-day special. Now, this is what you are getting. You're getting the pattern for this beautiful rainbow quilt designed by Rebecca, and then you have all these fantastic batiks to incorporate into a quilt. The only thing you need to add is your plain colour. So we featured white here. I think you need, it's 2.5 meters to add in your plain colours, but how beautiful do the batiks look as you get that wonderful colour wash coming through, and it's just so vibrant. And we're talking about where you would be displaying this, because I think it would fit into any room around here. Our director has got a young man who I can't believe how old he's getting. So he's 18 at the moment. No, I'm only kidding. He's only 9 months. But he was saying, like, look, for a little one's room, incredible. Or it could be for a guest bedroom, or it could be for your bedroom, or it could be in the living room, it could be on the sofa, or it could be in a conservatory. It is just bright, it's vibrant, it's fresh. A lot of people are going to be looking at this quilt, family members saying, oh, could I have it? I'm telling you that for a fact, because everyone looking at this has fallen in love with the quilt. But when you consider value for money, what you are getting, all these beautiful, and they are, and as we went through them with Rebecca, I'm just going to open up one of the fat quarters. Now look at this. How can you not love that? Now I've got a question for you. As we're looking at this, can you tell me which is the right way? You can't, right? Because I can't. I'm looking at it now, and they both look as good as each side, and that is a real compliment to the quality of the batiks that you are getting on the show with the one-day special. So the batiks are stunning that you are getting. Here, let me just fold that back up. 10 fat quarters, but then being able to introduce the batiks into the quilt, because they look great here, but when you do translate them onto your quilt, that is stunning. And I do have a question for you, actually, as sewers. How much would you typically be paying for a quilt of this size and this nature? I mean, I'm just standing in front of it just to give you an idea of scale. Obviously, we have hung it up. $34.89. Now, obviously, and as I did say, you do need to add the block colour, so the white. We've used white here. It can be any colour you wish. But apart from that, you're getting what you need. You're getting all these beautiful batiks there. I think it's stunning. And I would imagine also, Rebecca, we need to add the backing too.
Yeah, you do, but it's a 60-inch square quilt finish, so 1.5 meters. So you can, as I said, you could use some sheeting for that. I use one double sheet, and that did the front and the back.
Okay.
But that's the easiest thing to do. Unless, you know, you've got lots of fabric in your stash, it's a really good opportunity to join together pieces of fabric and create a patchwork back as well.
Oh, now that'd be a bit interesting.
It looks really lovely. I mean, so sometimes when I'm backing my quilts, I either buy a sheet, depending on what I want to do with it. If I'm going to hang it on a wall and no one's going to see the back, then I'll use a sheet. But say I'm going to give it to somebody, they're going to put it on their bed, or something like this quilt, which could be a play mat. Then I would put a print or something more interesting, but quite often I join together because I think it's actually more interesting to create a patchwork back. And you can have them all different shapes and sizes, rectangles, squares, all joined together, and it looks lovely, and it gets rid of some of your fabric, because if you're like me, you've got lots of it.
Or a memory. I know a lot of people like to do memory quilts as well, so what you could do is patchwork of old clothing.
Lots of things. I mean, I collect shirts. I make a lot of things from shirts, and they make beautiful patchwork backs, because men's shirts are always made from really good quality cotton fabric. They're perfect for patchwork quilts.
I could
Never
just imagine
him throw the shirts out. Always keep them.
I could just imagine in a couple of weeks' time, a load of guys going to the wardrobe. I'm sure I had more shirts in here. Was that cool?
But they make really good quilts as well, because the cotton is always really good quality.
Does this quilt look like my shirt, my favourite shirt? Okay, so one day special, $34.89 your price there. You are saving £7. Your name is also going to be added into the drawer if you make your purchase before 8:50. So before 10 to 9, if you do make your purchase, your name goes into a hat, and it could be you, and it really could be you, walking away with 2 sets of the Fabbies, the fabric weights. As say, we notice when we come off preview, obviously, there is a change in the amount of people watching us. So good opportunity now to take advantage of that and see if you can nab those Fabbies. Nabbies is a whole different product. Okay, so having a look at our fabrics now. These are your fat quarter batiks. You're getting sets of 5. Just having a look at your green option there. Ooh, oh, I like the green. You know, I'm struggling to pick a fave, but the green just suddenly jumps out at me. But then you find, so you're looking at the green, which is stunning. I mean, this really does showcase why we love batiks. And this is all hand done. Let me just pop that down. Okay, so that's your green option. Then we've got our purple. I mean, look at that. Come on. These are lovely. Each one original, being the hand nature of the batik process. Then we have our summer. which to me it just looks like a cocktail. And then we have our blues, or our aqua, apologies, that's your aqua. So difference between the blue and the aqua, we've just got a couple more designs in that aqua. There we go, and that is your blue narrow as well. Okay, if you do want to double check any of the options, you can always do that on our website and see the pictures. £17.95 your price, saving £2. That £17.95 is per option. So whether it's the green, the purple, the summer, the aqua, or the blue. 043676 your item number. Also got some 7-day savers, proving to be very popular. Now, this is your AIDA. Fat quarters. So if you love your cross stitch, this is a great investment. $9.99. Look at the saving that you're getting there. And I know AIDA is very, very, very popular when it comes to cross stitching. Not zero at all. It's 354497 your item number. Now we've also got some skeins. Well, I say some skeins. 100 skeins in total. Ridiculous. So £10 and 49 pence is your price. But my goodness. Value for money off the charts. What is that, like 10 pence per skein? Incredible value for money. 740666 your item number. And then we've got some swatches for you as well. But you know what? They're not ordinary swatches. We are talking leather and fabric. So you're getting 30 leather and 20 fabric for £12. Now, I'm going to put this into context. We have featured the swatches before. They sell out time and time again. Not as a 7-day saver, we've just featured them on shows. So we've got them back in stock. That is incredible value for money. For £12, so what you could do, out of interest, Rebecca, the swatches, could you put any of those onto the projects that you have on the show?
Yes, because all of those projects use small pieces, small squares, triangles, strips. Yeah, it's a real mix and match. The patterns I've designed to use with the batiks, but you don't have to. It tells you exactly in the instructions what size pieces you need. So any of your fabrics you can use with the patterns.
Perfect. All right. Now we're going to continue our demonstration. So what are we going to do?
Right, well, I've sewn it together all the way round. So now we've got 2 squares sewn together. And we're going to turn this into 4 half square triangles. So what you do is you take your ruler and you place it from diagonal point to diagonal point. If you don't have a rotary cutter and a mat, this is quicker, but you don't have to have one. Just get a normal ruler and draw a line from the top to bottom and then cut along it with scissors. I'm doing with this because I do a lot of patchwork and quilting and this is quicker, but if you don't have that, draw a line in pencil and cut along it. So we're just going to cut from corner to corner to create 2 triangles, and then we're going to turn that round, put them back together so they match. So we've got 2 triangles, and we're going to cut from corner to corner again, and that is going to create 4 triangles. So again, if you don't have a rotary cutter, then just draw it with a ruler and pencil and cut it. So now we've got 4. So what we do is we take them, open them out like this, and now we've got what's known in the quilting business as a half square triangle.
Lovely.
You then press the fabric, the seam, to one side, but press it towards the darker side. The reason for that is if you press it the other way, then it might show through, you might see it. So always press it towards the darker fabric. Obviously in this case, because I've used white as my background, you press it towards the batik, but just press it like that.